Hello everyone, this is Melanie Jongsma, publisher of the Lansing Journal. The Lansing Journal is Lansing's only newspaper, and it is our mission to keep our diverse community informed and connected. That is why we continue to attend and report on Thornton Township meetings and post them on our YouTube channel, even though the meetings do not have the same entertainment value they did during Tiffany Henyard's tenure as supervisor. The fact is, the actions of Supervisor Napoleon Harris and this township board are just as controversial and potentially dangerous as those of his predecessors. But Harris does not have the same flamboyance, outrageousness, and drama as Tiffany Henyard, so he is not likely to get the same level of attention that Henyard did. It's a shame, really, but that is the nature of much of YouTube. Community members are still showing up for meetings, though not in the numbers they once did, and that's understandable. People are weary and discouraged. The political machine seems to have won. I was out of town this past week and unable to attend the August 19 meeting. I am grateful for our friends at the Homewood-Flossmoor Chronicle, who agreed to show up, record the meeting, and then send me those video files so I could enter them into our public record of our local government in Thornton Township. Thank you, Eric Crump and the Homewood-Flossmoor Chronicle. We appreciate your partnership. And I do want to thank the citizens of Thornton Township who continue to attend public meetings and who choose to make their voices heard during public comment, as you'll see in the video that follows. I applaud your steady persistence. The Lansing Journal is with you. We appreciate you staying informed and connected. That kind of civic engagement makes us proud to be your local newspaper. Hello everyone, I am Melanie Jongsma, publisher of the Lansing Journal. The Lansing Journal is excited to have SALT as this month's video sponsor, Seasoned Adults Learning at Trinity. It's a unique program offered by Trinity Christian College in Palos Heights. It's designed for adults 50 and better who have a lifelong passion for exploring and learning new ideas and experiences. SALT offers a rich catalog of classes and other activities that promote personal growth, social engagement, and mental stimulation. It's local, engaging, and full of energy. SALT is all about keeping your mind sharp and your calendar active. Check out the details and link in the description below. And thank you, SALT, for being this month's video sponsor.
Thornton Township meeting is called to order. Everyone please rise for the pledge of allegiance.
Got coming out early. They took it in already.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The time is 6:05. Clerk Nesbit, please call the roll.
Trustee Alive? Here. Trustee Gonzalez? Here. Trustee Stanley? Here. Trustee Stubbs? Assessor Elston? Attorney Laduzinsky? Supervisor Harris?
We've established a quorum. At this time, as we customarily do, we're going to pass the Bowman for a moment of prayer before we start our getting to the meeting.
Shall we pray now, Father, our God, we thank you today. Thank you for letting us live when many have died just last night. And because you let us live, God, we will tell you thank you. Because you did something you didn't have to do. We bless and we praise your name. And so, God, while we're here,
I'll trust them enough to bow my head and close my eyes.
in the name of Jesus, that no one goes away upset, no one goes away mad. But let peace abide even in a hostile situation. In the Master's mighty name of Jesus. God, you be present here. We bless you and praise your name no more.
Rockefeller. Y'all drove the Masons, I drove Rockefeller, baby. Rockefeller Records.
At this time, we will start
They
public
gotta be
comments.
kidding me.
Each person is allowed 3 minutes. Amir Shakur? do Amir Shakur?
Today, I identify as Amir Shakur today. People have the right to identify as they like.
Is Amir Shakur in the room? Okay, so we're gonna go
And
to
so-
the next person. The next person is Ramona Baldwin.
Excuse me?
You're not Amir Shakur.
How do you know that?
That's on Facebook.
From Facebook. At least we know for the record they watch social media.
We do.
Are you going to give that
Ramona
143,000?
Baldwin, are you in the room? Ramona
Napoleon,
Baldwin,
you
please
gonna
step
get that
forward to the speaker, please, for
143,000
public
back?
comment. Thank you, Ramona.
I'm
Thank
sure
you.
they wanted to know if Napoleon was
Thank
going to
you,
get
Ramona.
140.
You have 3 minutes, Ramona.
Good evening, Supervisor Harris, trustees, and residents. For the record, I am a resident of Thornton Township and Harvey. Also, I am a member of Thornton Township Citizens for Action Committee. I want to inform Supervisor Harris, trustees, and residents of Thornton Township, Harvey residents' rights are being violated by Jedediah Brown and INA members. Jedediah Brown is a provocateur. He is someone who intentionally provokes and incites others, often to anger or conflict. He is a person who stirs up trouble. The residents of Harvey no longer want Jedediah Brown and his INA members in our community. We want Jedediah Brown and INA members banned from Harvey meetings because he is a threat and a danger to the public. Jedediah Brown and INA members have beaten a business owner and trespassed repeatedly on his property, and also Jedediah Brown and INA members did a mob action July the 14th, 2025 to Amir Shakur and his daughter, beating them and assaulting his daughter. I witnessed this mob action and it was traumatizing. By this violence, I am still in fear. Please stand with us, Thornton Township. Thank you.
We now will have Wendy Kelly Coleman.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I just want to circle back regarding the comments I made before regarding the food pantry. Still looking to get a status of the budget. The budget for the food pantry remains excessive, to put it kindly. As I mentioned at the last meeting, the $4.4 million budget for this fiscal year does not support delivery of 50,000 meals. At these numbers, it costs about $87 to deliver approximately $25 box of food. Based on the math, the food pantry, which is open only 1 day per week, with week-long meal deliveries, still does not support these numbers and is blatantly excessive and likely inefficient. There's also been no explanation about the $1.9 million line item in the food pantry budget entitled Other Expenses Food Pantry Donated. This number should be broken out and explained in more detail. There's money in the budget for consultants. I propose that this money be used to hire people to perform a deep dive of the food pantry financials and processes, with the goal being, 1, to identify waste, mismanagement, and opportunities for improvements. 2, to implement these improvements so that they can do things faster, better, and cheaper, essentially doing more with less money. And 3, ultimately realizing the goal of reducing our tax dollars. I'm sure that the savings potential of an audit would greatly outweigh the cost. The one good thing that came out of Tiffany Henyer's administration is that we are now watching the store and the cash register. We're smart people who respect the authority and responsibility that come with your positions, but we also must be treated with respect as an informed and intelligent Thornton Township community. I look forward to your updates. Thank you.
Next, we will have Mr. Dan Lee.
Lee from Dalton, news for everyone. Am I the only one getting a flashback here? I just want to got a little hostile earlier today. I would just want to do a comment on the budget meeting. I know we had one here about a month or so ago, and we had one in Dalton yesterday. And the part I'm unclear on is, okay, like yesterday, we were allowed to ask questions and so forth. There seemed to be a lot more citizen input, into the budget. I was just wondering, are we going to get to that point now, or has something happened that I'm not aware of? These are basically the questions I'm asking. Okay. Secondly, I understand there was a food pantry resignation of firing of an individual that's been somewhat controversial over the last few years. I'm wondering if that position is going to be dealt with one way or the other, or is it going to be commented on at some point, during these proceedings.
Can you speak up, please?
Pardon?
It's loud.
And I'm not working good.
Oh, sorry about that. Okay. I just wanted to ask a question about the food pantry, the resignation or firing of Mr. Whatever his name was. Will that be something that's going to be discussed? And is that going to affect the food pantry operators in any shape, form, or fashion? I'd also like to just say to all folks that are listening, we got to not let these online hostilities spill over into our real lives. Okay? To some degree, you have control over that. So any online bullying going on and all this other stuff going on out there, you can stop that by keep scrolling and ignoring the people that are doing it. And when it's spilled over in real life, that's a whole different situation. But you might have to pull back from that online hostility stuff for a while, because all it does is mess your head up. It's a complete waste, in my opinion, anyway. I'm not sure if all 17 villages and towns have had their budget meetings, but I would just like to suggest that all of us that are in this municipality, in this township, we should be able to have a little more input into the budget process for all of us, not just any one place, not just any one town. I think that would go a long way towards closing the gap between citizen participation and the reality that we have very low voting rates. I think that has to do with some of that. We have to know what's going on financially. People tend to lose interest. People tend to get suspicious and they get disheartened. I think the more input that's put into this budget situation, and not just once, in a while, we need to talk about various items that are coming up on a daily basis, not a daily basis, I mean on a monthly basis. Just keep us abreast of what's going on. That would be very helpful. And that's just for everybody. I'm not talking just about Thornton Township.
Time's up. Thank you. Ms. Angela Russell.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Angela Russell, Dalton resident, and also employee within the Vision Unlimited Cultural and Faith-Based Empowerment Program. I have been speaking to you the last few months about our programs being able to provide food services to the people of Thornton Township and how we were working on a partnership with the Village of Dalton. I'm happy to announce that we have officially gained space at the Village of Dalton at the Payment Center at 14422 King Drive, and we're in the Payment Center next to Village Hall. The classes started on August the 12th, and we are also having classes this week. All of the classes and workshops will be going on for 8 weeks. And again, it's at the Village of Dalton, and although it's in Dalton, everyone is invited to participate. And I just want to list of you some of the things that we'll be talking about in these workshops and classes that we're having on a weekly basis. And it also addresses the trauma that people have been talking about over the last few years, and even what's going on social media. So we're doing Mental Health Education 101, addressing mental health concerns, alleviating anxiety and depression, easing the pain of betrayal and how to rebuild, reducing personal and social stressors, the weight we carry, identifying and releasing invisible emotional burdens, trust falls and soul calls, processing betrayal and broken trust, pressure points, understanding the size of stress and anxiety. Who told you that? Challenging internalized beliefs about self-worth and identity. More than enough. Affirming inherent dignity and value beyond productivity. Boundaries and bridges. Understanding and practicing healthy boundaries. Title, Joy is a Rebellion. Cultivating joy as a form of resistance and restoration. These are the workshops we will be offering on a weekly basis, open to everyone 18 and over, various times. So on Tuesdays, every other week, the classes are 2 to 3:30. On Mondays, they are at 10 o'clock, 10 to 12. And Wednesdays, they are 2 to 3 to 5. We're trying to make sure that we capture different times of the day during the week where many people can participate. And again, I understand that everyone has different things going on in their lives. The workshops that we're cultivating are meant to address various things that we're all going through, including the things that we get into ourselves that we can make better decisions on. The more informed we are, the more conversations we have about mental health and mental wellness, the better we are equipped to help ourselves and those around us. Thank you. Can I submit these?
Okay. The next speaker, and I apologize in advance, I can't really read, Ravi Michael Vinyosa. Sorry.
My name is Ravi Michael Vinyosa, human rights activist, anti-violence activist in Chicago. I'm here because I need to be here. King David in the scriptures wanted to build a house of prayer for the Lord, but Prophet Nathan supported him. However, when King David did wrong, the same prophet that agreed with him condemned his actions. That is why I'm here to respond to, not later, but early. The people put Tiffany Henyard of Dalton as mayor and township of Thornton out of office. It is sad to see that even months after the shenanigans and abuse of power was evident, nothing has changed. Supervisor Terry Harris, you sponsored legislation to ensure reform was possible. The Thornton Township Supervisor could not be paid an outrageous salary paid by taxpayers. However, I learned that your fellow Democrat was able to pass legislation that benefited you. For transparency, are you willing today, Mr. Harris, to reveal the name of that Democrat that sponsored that bill for you to have benefit? Also, we learned that you benefit for personal favors that violates and creates mistrust among your constituents. Your constituents deserve to hear from you, Mr. Harris, not the attorney, not your administration, but what you are going to do differently, that abuse of power will not be happening in this city. Also, why is the trustees who were very vocal when Tiffany Henyard was abusing her power are silent right now on this issue? We demand accountability and we demand answers. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Vivian Allen.
Hello. I just have a brief comment. Number one, I believe if you guys need mental health, there's other ways that you can get it as well, not just through Dalton. There's other places where you can go that is actually impactful. You can also call 211. They have a lot of services, so if you can't get services within the township, you can call 211, and they do help a lot, especially with rental assistance. If the rental assistance program is budgeted up. And I just want to say another thing. When it comes to what people have been talking about, cyberbullying, cyber harassment, we all see it, we all know it, we all know who the perpetrators are. August 26th, I have a court date with Jedediah Brown. I just want him to know that he's being served right here, openly in the Thornton Township, and you do have to respond to why you think that you did not violate that order.
Thank you. Thank you.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. My name is Amir Shakur. Might be recognized from, you did call my name earlier. I just wanted to see if I can. I don't want to interrupt you. You're going to recall me? Thank you.
Ryan, I'm sorry, Alicia Nichole.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm going to sound like a broken record because, again, I'm going to get on Robert Hunt, who, you know, most of the questions tonight, or not most, but a lot that have to do with the township have been directly related to the budget. We want answers, we want engagement. I'm not understanding why you're so standoffish. We're residents, you're in charge of our finances. We should be able to approach you with the finance question without you ducking and dodging. I mean, I'm not understanding it, and we do have that right as a resident. In that, you know, I want to say something. You know, I went to a Thornton Township event Sunday, one of my first ones under this administration. I just simply never felt comfortable going to any functions under the last administration. I don't care how lucrative they seem. I just never felt comfortable. So I went to one Sunday, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. But not only that, it's something I really want to speak to because it kind of speaks to human nature, for me anyway. There was someone there who I've spoken about, I've addressed before during public comment, not in a bad way, literally just as it relates to their role. I saw them there doing their same role, but the difference was that they were with their family. I've never seen them with their family because they're at meetings, this is where they do their job. But that was a family event Sunday, so rightfully he had his family there. And his son is a clone. His son looks so much like him. I could not take my eyes off his son. And it just personified him to me. That's the point I'm making. It made him a human being, where sometimes it's difficult to separate the two, but I feel like it's healthy and you have to be able to. And that's what that did for me. And it was just, you know, I've shared it with two other people prior to this because it was a resignation that I couldn't ignore, the way it resonated with me. And it just put things in, you know, another perspective, just in another perspective. And what I guess the point I'm making, I invite everyone, especially who's a resident, come out to something. I mean, whatever it is that speaks to you or your interest, check it out. But for one, you get to fellowship in a different way. It's not as formal as these meetings. And I'm telling, mind you, I asked that person, and I'll say this. And the people may or may not know who I'm speaking with, but I asked that person a question that I have asked when I've stood up here before, but this time I asked it again as it relates to their job. He answered it, and he said it with his chest. I mean, he was so like naturally comfortable, and it was remarkable. You know, you said time? Okay, so it was awesome. Come out, you guys, you know, just to fellowship with each other, if nothing else. Thank you.
Thank you. Ryan Sinwelski.
Good evening, everybody. The last township meeting I attended, I was appalled but not surprised by the conduct of the board, this board. Residents complained, but all this board presented were excuses. We were essentially told that we didn't know what we were talking about and that we should just stay quiet and trust that the board is spending our tax money wisely without seeing where the money is actually going for ourselves. And if any of you has any, if you have children or nephews or nieces, You know how that goes, right? When the kids, you say, have you brushed your teeth? Oh yes, just trust that I did, mom or dad, right? You have to verify. So the same goes for, finance as well. So has anything changed since then? Where is the forensic audit of township finances that so many of you demanded under the prior administration? Why is Supervisor Napoleon Harris making more than $200,000 a year just for being supervisor, not including his Senate salary? Why aren't agenda packets posted online before every meeting so residents can read about what is being voted on? Let me suggest a few things you should vote on tonight before you adjourn this evening. 1, a resolution calling for an immediate hiring freeze and spending freeze on all non-essential services until a forensic audit going back at least 10 years is complete. 2, a resolution requiring board packets and all updated financial documents to be posted online at least 3 business days before every meeting. 3, a resolution requiring the board to use one of many financial software programs that can post public expenses and revenue in real time online to monitor where tax money is going. So there's no guessing about where your money is. 4, a resolution to bring the supervisor's salary back down to below $60,000. 5, a resolution to once again ban public money from being used to put officials' names and images on literature, aka illegal electioneering. Vote on those tonight. Or if you prefer, call a special meeting later this week to vote on them. Even if you vote no, at least we can see whether you want to be real with us or you're still trying to hide the money. Right now, all we hear are excuses, and all we see is that our tax money is going to some high salaries and a lot of expensive events. Meanwhile, residents are working 2 or 3 jobs just to be able to pay their property taxes and not be kicked out of their homes. That must end now. I look forward to seeing your response.
Thank you. Amir Shakur.
Amir Shakur. Good evening. So, what I want to start is I want to be very specific and to the point. The last week of June, outside of the township, a young lady who's sitting here this evening was harassed by a mentally deranged individual, young man who has been harassing, bullying individuals. This person, Vivian Allen, sits right here to the left of me, was harassed. She was mob-actioned by this gentleman, Jedediah Brown, and his team, who waited for her, verbally attacked her. She had to call the police. The same individual last fall had a fight right here in this very township. No one should be harassed, threatened when they're trying to politically express their voice of opinion. No one should be bullied or even cyberbullied when they're trying to just dialogue and come into meetings. This is unacceptable. I'm asking that we ban this person from this particular venue from this point going forward. He's not a community player. Animalistic instincts don't work for community. The other thing that I wanted to talk to you about, Senator Harris, is on July 14th, I was the victim of a mob action by the same individual, 5 people who were being and probably still are being employed by Christopher Clark, the mayor of Harvey. This was during an illegal eviction campaign in the city of Harvey, to where they were throwing folks out of their homes illegally. That is not what Harvey police should be doing. We need an investigation by the state of Illinois, Kwame Raoult's office, into the goings on of Harvey, Illinois, and the police, including this gentleman right here, Jedediah Brown, and I need your assistance to get this going. Again, these are illegal actions. We need them stopped, and I would say we need to put an ordinance together right away to keep this man and ban him from any future meetings. It's permanent that we do. I appreciate it. I would like to meet with you about it.
Thank you.
Constitution, my ass.
Not what? Protection order. I don't even know why he's allowed to be here, and we do have protection.
This is what I'm talking about. He's right. This is what I'm talking about.
It's ridiculous.
Thank you.
Everybody's safety is jeopardy.
Good evening. I'm a
Why not just call the
citizen of Dalton,
One moment.
Illinois.
Can we all show the
speakers some respect, please. Thank you.
First of all, I want to say thank you for the chance to speak. Supervisor Harris and all of these committees. I want to thank you for on Sunday, leaving a funeral. I had the opportunity to stop by the event that was going on, and it was a nice event that the township had put on. And everybody was out there having a good time. And that let me realize one thing, that when we stand together, we can get a lot accomplished. A house divided will never stand. And it's only when that we can work together, whether we agree or disagree, with leadership, that we could move this township forward in the right direction without a lot of things that's going on and being said. All of this stuff should not be in these types of meetings, cyberbullying and whatever it is else. But I want to thank you for this opportunity, number one. And I want to tell you all are doing a wonderful job. And myself as a citizen want to do everything that I can do to make your lives much easier. And we should all do the same thing. We elected these officials for a reason, and we have to allow them time and opportunity to do what they were voted in to do. 6 months ain't gonna take care of what 4 years done.
Amen.
So we just have to let due process do. Give them an opportunity to change.
And that includes public speaking.
Move along to item 6, the approval of minutes from the prior meetings. So at this time, I'd like to entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the 2025-26 tentative budget hearing for the Road and Bridge Fund held on July 22nd, 2025. Motion by Trustee Avant, second by Trustee Stanley. Clerk, take the roll.
Trustee Gonzalez? Yes. Trustee Avant? Trustee Stubbs? Aye. Trustee Stanley? Yes. Supervisor Harris?
Yes. 5 members in the affirmative, the motion carries. Next, I'd like to entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the 2025-26 tentative budget hearing for the General Fund and the General Assistance Fund held on July 22nd, 2025. Is there a motion? Motion by Trustee Stanley, seconded by Trustee Stubbs. Clerk, please take the roll.
Trustee Stanley?
Yes.
Trustee Gonzalez? Yes. Trustee Stubbs? Aye. Trustee Avant? Supervisor Harris?
Aye. With 5 members voting in the affirmative, the motion carries. At this time, I would like to make a motion to approve the minutes of the special board meeting held on July 22nd, 2025. Is there a motion? Motion by Trustee Gonzalez, second by Trustee Stubbs. Clerk, please take the roll.
Trustee Stubbs? Aye. Trustee Avant? Trustee Gonzalez? Trustee Stanley?
Yes.
Supervisor Harris?
Aye. 5 members voting in the affirmative, the motion carries. Next up, item 7, the approval of bills. This time, I would like to entertain a motion to approve the bills list for the general fund. Is there a motion? Motion to approve the bills list for the general fund by Trustee Stubbs, seconded by Trustee Gonzalez. Clerk, please take the roll.
Trustee Stubbs? Aye. Trustee Gonzalez? Yes. Trustee Stanley?
Yes.
Trustee Avant? Yes. Supervisor Harris?
Aye. With 5 members voting in the affirmative, the motion carries. This time, I would like to entertain a motion to approve the bills list for the general assistance fund. Is there a motion?
I'd like to make a motion to approve the bills of the general assistance funds.
Second.
Motion by Trustee Stubbs to approve the bill list of the general assistance fund, seconded by Trustee Stanley. Clerk, please take the roll.
Trustee Avant? Trustee Gonzalez?
Yes.
Trustee Stanley?
Yes.
Trustee Stubbs? Supervisor Harris?
Aye. With 5 members voting in the affirmative, the motion carries. At this time, I would like to entertain a motion to approve the bills list for the Road and Bridge Fund. Is there a motion?
Second.
Motion by Trustee Avant, seconded by Trustee Gonzalez for the motion to approve the bills list for the Road and Bridge Fund. Clerk, please take the roll.
Trustee Stanley?
Yes.
Trustee Stubbs? Trustee Avant? Yes. Trustee Gonzalez?
Yes.
Supervisor Harris?
Yes. With 5 members voting in the affirmative, the motion carries. Item 8, new business. First item up is the approval of membership dues for township officials of Illinois for all elected officials. The total cost is approximately $1,400. And at this time, I'll entertain a motion to approve paying dues for the township officials of Illinois for all the elected officials of the township. Is there a motion?
Make a motion to approve the membership dues for township officials of Illinois for all elected officials.
Second.
Motion by Trustee Stanley for the membership dues of township officials, seconded by Trustee Stubbs. Clerk, please take the roll.
Trustee Avant? Yes. Trustee Gonzalez?
Yes.
Trustee Stanley?
Yes.
Trustee Stubbs? Supervisor Harris?
Aye. With 5 members voting in the affirmative, the motion carries. Next is the approval of membership dues for township officials of Illinois associate members. This is for employees such as township administrator, deputy clerk, finance director, and it's approximately $50 a person. So at this time, I'll entertain a motion to approve this item.
Second.
Motion by Trustee Avant, seconded by Trustee Stanley. Clerk, please take the roll.
Trustee Gonzalez?
Yes.
Trustee Stanley?
Yes.
Trustee Stubbs? Trustee Avant? Supervisor Harris?
Aye. 5 members voting in the affirmative, the motion carries. Next is the approval of township events. First event up is the Talk of the Town, Let's Talk Caregiving, estimated at $1,500. The other event is the October Harvest Festival with the youth services. Estimated cost is $3,900. Next is the Harvest Ball for special services, cost about $3,200. At this time, I entertain a motion for the events as presented.
Second.
Motion by Trustee Avant, seconded by Trustee Stanley for the approval of township events. Clerk, please take the roll.
Trustee Avant? Trustee Stanley?
Yes.
Trustee Gonzalez?
Yes.
Trustee Stubbs? Supervisor Harris?
Aye. 5 members voting in the affirmative, the motion carries. Next is the motion for the training for the approval of the Illinois Property Assessment Institute Central Regional Conference that will be held September 8th through the 12th in East Peoria for the Assessor's Office. Is there a motion for the approval of training? Is there a second? Trustee Stubbs makes a motion, seconded by Trustee Gonzalez for the approval of training for the Assessor's Office. Clerk, please take the roll.
Trustee Gonzalez? Yes. Trustee Stanley?
Yes.
Trustee Stubbs? Trustee Avant? Supervisor Harris?
Aye. With 5 members voting in the affirmative, the motion carries for the training. So next, I'm going to have the clerk make some comments. Clerk Nesbit.
Greetings, everyone. Okay, let's try again. Greetings, everyone. Greetings. So I just wanted to first thank you all for coming out. Yes, I am on Facebook, so I do read. I was on there before I became a clerk. Addicted to it. So. However, I see the comments. I see, I'm not going to comment. I'm not. I try to take in and try to make changes here. But I want to address FOIA. So when we first got into office, we had a lot of FOIAs left over. So we immediately started digging in to close those out from the previous administration. I am the FOIA officer, meaning that I close out the FOIAs. The FOIAs are submitted through a system or via email, thank you. And then the staff, they work to compile the information so that we can gather everything. And right now, we're still using the attorneys to review everything because we really haven't had a chance to sit down and go through a training so that we can redact and handle everything on our own. So we probably get about 3 FOIAs a week. That's a lot. And we're still trying to play catch up. So once the information is compiled, we forward it to the attorney for review, and then they send it back. And if everything is together, everything's organized, correct, then I will close it out. Yes, we are behind, and we're trying to work to catch up on it. We're not ignoring you. I don't like being behind. I don't like having things like that against my name, but that's just the truth of the matter. So we mostly the employees are working to fill and close your FOIA requests. At this time, we'll turn it over to the attorney to also address the grass cutting FOIAs.
So everyone, I'm not on Facebook, so I have no social media presence. With regard to FOIA requests, I want everyone to understand that when you send a FOIA into the township, you would assume that there is a file that would be, for example, landscaping or grass cutting. There is not. So what this has required us to do is to track down documents by searching emails, searching other sources, and going back to prior counsel to get a copy of signed agreements and other documents. One of the things that we are addressing is creating a centralized database for all these documents. None existed when we arrived here. So for example, when someone sends a request, we want all documents related to the RFP, who responded. They were not all in one place. They were in various places and various emails, and so that had to be put together. With regard to other FOIAs that come in, every FOIA is taken seriously. FOIAs require us to provide you documents, not to answer questions. FOIAs are not designed to answer questions. You are entitled to see documents that you requested. So if you ask for emails related to a topic, a search has to be conducted, the emails have to be retrieved, and then provided to you. The cost of right now, just an estimate of cost, I'm not talking attorney time, is probably $3,000 to $5,000 of time, staff time, technology time, responding to each of these FOIAs. So when you start adding up, and when the same person, multiple people ask for the same documents, but there's a different twist on it, you have to simply not provide just what was provided in the past, but conduct a new search. So that's what the township is doing. They take it seriously. Some of the questions that have come up in the past is, what do the lawyers do? Well, the lawyers have clear lanes and avenues of work to be done, so there's no duplication of efforts. But as Reverend Bowman said, over the last 4 years, what type of legal mess do you think was created here? How many lawsuits are pending? How many insurance coverage issues are there? All at your expense. This has to be cleaned up, and the township is doing whatever is possible to address these. The township lawyers don't just work for the supervisor. If the assessor has a phone call or has a question, she calls one of the township lawyers. The highway commissioner or employees, supervisors, or staff have questions, they call the lawyers. That is what our job is. Our loyalty is to the township as a whole, not a certain individual. If a conflict arises, there are rules under the Illinois Rules of Professional Responsibility. Lawyers know how to handle a conflict and address it appropriately to address issues. We represent the township. We do not represent individual residents. So I think that should clarify what the role of the township attorney is here. And this is what the township attorney does in every other township in the state of Illinois. There was a question about forensic audits. They wanted to know if there's a board approved something, never did an RFP. Someone mentioned a 10-year audit. Well, guess what's being done right now? There's a little agency called the Internal Revenue Service and the Federal Bureau of Investigation that are conducting investigations. Has anyone read the last 2 audits for Thornton Township? Anyone? Anyone read them? Has anyone read the notes in those auditors' reports? These were not qualified audits. In other words, even the auditors signing off refused to give it a clean audit because of the number of problems. And these problems exist because of what went on in the past that is being addressed by law enforcement agencies.
Thank you, Attorney Laduzinsky. Before I go and finish out my supervisor report, I want to say that tomorrow is his 11th birthday. What I call him is the #1 resident of Thornton Township, my man Jace, who's come to all the events. Hey, stand up, Jace. Everybody give Jace a happy birthday. He's a guy, every time I see him, has a smile on his face, always has a loving spirit, and man, wish I still had your energy, Jason. Keep up the good work, man, and we're looking for brighter days ahead for you, Jason. Thank you for coming here tonight. So, as I close out, I want to say Sunday the 17th was the Thornton Township Cookout. The things that we do here from a township perspective, whether it's rendering services or just enjoying and connecting the 17 communities, none of this would be possible without the board of trustees and their due diligence and work that they do, but more importantly, our employees. Please give a round of applause to the Thornton Township employees. These guys did a remarkable job from start to finish. Everything was spectacular. Everything was well organized and done in decency and in order. And to the residents that came out, thank you as well. It's all about fellowshipping and coming together as a community, and I think we did that. We came one step closer to that on Sunday. So thank you all parties involved, the residents, the employees, the board of trustees, and everyone who supported the event. This coming Thursday, August 21st from 4 to 7 is bingo here at the township, and as well as the Taste of Thornton Township. So it's going to be held on September the 6th at South Suburban College. There's going to be more details coming forth with more information about that, about how members can sign up and how the residents can gain access, and more information about that. As we've customarily done, the messages and the comments that have been made for public comment, the attorneys and myself and the board, we take those things in and we go back and try to get the best answers we can to be able to supply the information that's needed to satisfy your questions. So please bear with us as we gather information on this fact-finding mission to be able to provide you with the best information possible to answer your questions. Some things, as we say, you may like, some things you may not like, but we're going to do our very best to make sure we accommodate and get you the answers that you need. And with that being said, that concludes our meeting, and I'll ask for a motion to adjourn. The time is 6:50. Is there a motion to adjourn the meeting?
I would like to make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Second. Clerk Sells makes a motion to adjourn the meeting, second by Trustee Stanley. Clerk, please take the roll.
Trustee Gonzalez, Trustee Avant, Trustee Stanley.
Yes.
Trustee Bud. Yes. Supervisor Harris.
Yes, with 5 voting in the affirmative, the meeting is adjourned.